This is basically a follow-up to the video I did the other day about finding a main board on an RU8000. So it's a Samsung 55 RU8000. Boards seem to be very rare. Just by coincidence, somebody else had dropped one off a couple of days ago. I'm just going to check. I'm sure this is a 55 RU8000. You may have noticed this one states that it's a version 2. Whether that's going to make any difference, can't remember what the other one was. Could have been a version 1 or 3, don't know. But we'll have a look at that later. The only thing I can do with this is put a timer on it. I'm told it goes off within 30 minutes. I wonder if it's the picture that goes off or if it goes completely to standby or recycles. Right, okay, what do I want? I want this. And then I can stand it up. Of course, it'd be very interesting to see if it's got exactly the same main board, the same BN number. I will be checking on that shortly, but let me get a clock up and running and see how long it's going to stay on for. I'm a busy man today. I've got things to do. Well, it's actually a day off today, so I'm just setting this up in advance. Okay, I'm trying to think which is going to be the best camera. I don't think we need the mobile camera on, so that can go off. And if I switch the main light off, hopefully these lights will be enough. Possibly not. Right, going to switch the TV on. I've got a time. Well, I haven't got a timer, but I've got a clock somewhere. There we go. So let's switch it on when it gets to exactly, what are we, 16 minutes to... Hey? 16 minutes to 2. And we're on. We're on standby. Let me check the settings just in case. Oh, that's a screen issue. That went straight away. Did you see it? Okay. Oh, that's a screen issue. Which means we've got a good board. I think we can get rid of the clock. It's got nothing to do with going off it. It just came back on. I did see some sort of picture. This is a screen problem, isn't it? It's got nothing to do with... Ooh, it's off straight away. Okay. This is a completely different issue to the other one. Whether it can be fixed or not, I don't know. But thank you to all those people saying, I can donate you a board. I'm sure I've got one. Let's... Oh, it's coming back on, look. I think this is going to be... I don't think... It could still be a board issue, but I don't think so. Keeps coming on and off. Okay. And it's something to have a play with later on. It's night time. And just to prove it's night time, I will... Oh. Maybe I won't. Oh yes, I can. It was that one, wasn't it? Here we go. It's the clock. I need to make me a bit bigger. Just for this particular scene, you understand. I'm on London time, 10:31. Lovely. I can't remember where we were. I did some filming earlier on, and we discovered that this TV, which is the same model as the one we put a new board in yesterday, has got a completely different fault. And then I went to have lunch. I had lunch with my lovely friend. Ooh, let me press this button. My young lady. A lot of people will know her as Jules from the radio show. She produces my radio shows. And occasionally we splash out. That sounded rude. She'll love that. Right, so the first thing I want to do, I'm going to take the back of this TV and I'm going to see if it's got exactly the same board as the one we had yesterday, but this is not a board fault, this is a screen fault, I'm 95% sure. Now, I haven't got my glasses on, but off by heart. Is that the expression? Off by hand, off by heart. Don't know. The BN44 number, or was it 94 number? I think it's 94 number. For the board yesterday was a BN94 00 14 16 3C. Something like that. Yes. I know the number off by heart because the amount of times I've typed it into search engines over the last 6 months looking for a darn board. It's the same. So we saw the picture come up for a second and then fade out. And that's always the worry when a picture fades out. It is more of a screen issue. And I think the backlights go off as well. I think the backlights come on for just a second. So I'm going to power the TV on and just switch all the lights off around and just see what it's doing. Now the TV comes on. Okay, I was getting excited for a second, wasn't I? So it is doing its power cycling. We're out of focus. I'm taking this one out. Let's see what it does. Well, we're going out of focus, but you can still see that the backlights are still currently on. Looks pretty like that. Right, seems to be staying on. So it is a screen issue. And it's the right-hand side of the screen as we look at it, but the left-hand side as I've got it here. I'm just going to see if we get... Sorry, you couldn't. I'll wait for it to come back into focus now. I just wonder if we got half a picture. No. I don't think this is fixable, if I'm being honest. I think it's more than a clock lines issue, but I will spend 5 minutes doing some paper tricks and we'll see what happens. So all I'm doing here, there's no precise measurements. It's about a quarter of an inch. I'm blocking off 8 of the signal lines, the first 8 signal lines on the left-hand side, just to block off what maybe is a clock frequency error. Is it staying on? Blimey, have I blocked out the short first time? Okay. Let's see if I've got an image. No. I don't think I haven't put that cable in correctly, so let's do that again. Right, so backlight's on. Get the chime. Does it go off? No, would have gone off before, wouldn't it? By now, I mean. Yes. I've got no image at all. But the backlights are staying on this time. There's no real scientific way of doing this. There's nothing in the schematics to help you do this. This is trial and error, really. And on this occasion, I'm not even looking at the mainboard to find out where the clock lines are. And I've just moved the piece of paper up about 4 or 5 contacts. Okay, again, seems to be staying on. But no image. Now, normally what I do is just keep moving the bit of paper up every 4 or 5 contacts just to see if I get some sort of image, and then it's a case of left a bit, right a bit, and fire. But this time I go to the right-hand side of the LVDS socket, so I've missed out on about 10 or 12 contacts. Backlight's on, chime is on. Sorry that we've gone out of focus. But again, it looks like the backlights are going to stay on. Oh, and we have an image. And it's a really good image. In fact, I think that is a perfect image. Okay. That was just a bit of guesswork. Of course, I'm going to say educated guesswork, but it is a bit of guesswork. I didn't expect that. Okay. I'm going to connect it to the internet and we'll give it a picture test on YouTube. I'm very happy about that. Oh, thank you for all the comments, by the way, about this TV, but the one that we did yesterday, so the same model. Somebody was explaining about all the 8000, the 7000, and especially the 8000 has got a higher refresh rate. So much better for sports and much better for gamers. So it is kind of Samsung's premium model of this series. So thanks to everybody for explaining all that. As I say, I don't get involved in that. I get involved in this, just dead TV. I bring it back to life. The intricacies of the apps. Now, as most of you know, I do quite a lot of editing on these videos, and I do it because I don't think the moving of the camera should be seen. I like to chop those bits out and make it as professional as I can. It doesn't look great on a big screen. I'm keeping everything in because I'm trying to... And I want you to see that we've done this in real time. I think we've done this in... what, 20 minutes? Maybe fewer? Actually, I must switch to the other camera because the other camera is much better. It doesn't have lines and we don't have this problem. There you go, there's no problem there. The camera has frozen, so let me come back and sort that out. Give me a second. Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? I did that the other day. I need to switch it to wired instead of wireless. Network settings. Wired. Isn't it really weird having the same TV in 2 days on the trot? Different faults. And even though I've had the other one waiting around for parts for 6 months, I get them both fixed in a weekend. Strange. Right, back to... You can go away now. Thank you. Yes. saw YouTube somewhere. I thought I did. Yes, it's there. Which was the one we used yesterday? It was quite impressive. Don't know. I think it was that one. See, I didn't think the screen issues... Oh, hang on a minute, I will... You see, I didn't think the screen issues happened on this model. This is an RU. These RUs used to have, you know, the edge-lit back issues. Not this particular model, but I think the 43-inch were terrible with the prism sheets burning up. This one seems to be fine. Now, sometimes when you repair the clock lines or block the clock lines, you get lines, you know, in a corner sometimes. You can get it perfect. I've just been very lucky, and on the second or third attempt, I've just got it perfect, so I'm not going to mess around with it. I mean, we've been having clock line issues for ages, you know, since flat screen technology came in. But we didn't really have the knowledge 8 years ago to do something about it. And the fact now that you can just do it with a piece of paper, and I prefer paper than tape. We've had this conversation. A lot of people use tape. Well, you know, that leaves a gluey residue, which can cause further problems. I don't know if it has. A stunning picture, just like the one I had yesterday. I'm very impressed with this. This was on Marketplace for 20 quid. And at the time I bought it, I didn't realise it was an 8000. I didn't realise I'd already got... I probably wouldn't have bought it, you know. If I'd have said to him, what's the model number, and realised it was the same model number as the one I've been waiting for a main board for 6 months, I'd have probably gone, oh, I can't find a part for that, no thanks. I'd have probably turned it down for £20. It comes with the stand and both remotes. That's a great picture. That really is good. I must put these RUs do a side by side, and stand them side by side. That's what I'm trying to say, with the Sony that's behind it, because the Sony picture is incredible as well. And I'd just like to see which one is the best. Okay, well that was I'm really pleased about that. I bet the guy isn't that sold it to me for 20 quid, but that's. Well, I'm sure he's pleased that it's working rather than it's going down the recycling centre route, because that's what he didn't want to do. I do like those people that have that thought process of, I hope somebody can make use of it rather than it being thrown away. We need more people like that. Just an impressive 4K picture. Very impressive. Anyway, okay. I got lucky on this occasion. Very lucky. And just by blocking off... You know, you've seen me do it so many times, but it's always 50-50. On these, it's not. You know, the RU... If you do get a clock line RU, and I think I think I did one RU probably last month that we had a great success rate on. The TUs, you don't stand a chance. The TUs, the AUs, they go straight back in the bin, unfortunately. You can't do anything with those. You can't even keep them for parts because there are so many faulty TUs in the world that eBay is swamped with power supplies, backlights, and main boards. Nobody wants them. They all want screens. Anyway, I can't remember what I was going to say, but I'm just going to leave this on test. I'm going to make a cup of coffee. I've got the cat here, and the cat wants feeding. Thank you very much for watching. I'm very pleased I've got this one going. What am I going to do with it? I don't know. The joy is in the repair for me. If you can call it a repair, sticking a bit of paper in to bring it back to life feels like a cheat to me. It doesn't feel like a talented repair, but it's a knowledgeable repair. What is it they say? Knowledge is power? Maybe.